The FDA could break new ground later today when it's set to announce whether it's approving a new drug some are calling the female Viagra. Flibanserin is aimed at boosting women's libidos, and proponents say it's long overdue. Dr. Devi Nampiaparampil is NYU School of Medicine star. She joins me this morning. Doctor, good to see you.
Nice to see you too, Jose.
Tell me a little bit about why it's taken so long for this drug to get to this stage.
Well, there are a few different issues here. So in terms of women's physiology, it seems to be more complicated in this area. There are physical factors, there are psychological factors, and emotional factors as well. So when scientists have looked at this in the past, they've tried other medications, let's say estrogen or testosterone, hormonal replacements, but they haven't been as effective. And they've tried Viagra also, but that hasn't been as effective. So flibanserin is something that's working a little bit differently, and they're hoping that it can have more of an effect on sexual desire.
So how does it work, doctor?
Well, that's one big question here. So it works on the brain. It works differently than Viagra. Viagra works more on performance. So you take it right before you have sex, whereas this you'd have to take every single day. And the idea is that over time, it would increase a woman's sexual desire. It works on the brain, but people are not exactly sure exactly how it works. They think that it works on the serotonin receptor, which is usually involved in depression.
Now, there are side effects on the male pill. What are the possible or potential side effects of this one?
Well, this can cause dizziness and it can cause sedation, so people can become drowsy, and that's actually made worse with alcohol. This was one of the controversies before where they thought that perhaps the side effects outweigh the benefits for this medication. But, you know, the question is, should the FDA approve it and then let women make that decision with their doctor instead of let the FDA decide for them?
And how long has this been in the pipe?
It's been in development for quite some time. I mean, it's actually been for almost a decade. It's actually been rejected in the past, but the drug company keeps trying to meet the FDA standards and bring it back again. And now it seems to be it seems to get more attention in the press, because the question is, if it gets rejected again, just like most of the other drugs for female sexual desire, then will drug companies actually have an incentive to develop any new drugs? I mean, you've already got over 24 drugs approved by the FDA for men, so it could create a disincentive.
Dr. Devi Nampiaparampil, it's a pleasure to see you. Thanks for being with me.
Nice to see you too.